Okay, welcome back to the Adventure Within channel. My name is Andrew Fritz. I'm a clairvoyant healer and meditation teacher. So the last video I did was on consciousness of humanity, and at the end of that video I talked about kind of where we're at, in regards to the collective on this planet. And that, to me, when I look at that clairvoyantly, I see kind of the early stages of the heart chakra. And so I thought I'd do another video kind of going a little deeper into that. Kind of what it looks like for us to be waking up at this heart chakra level. And the first big thing that I notice with that for us is we are waking up more and more to who and what we are not. And it's kind of like, pulling these images out of our heart chakra, out of our chest, and examining these. And these type of pictures that we're taking a look at are what I would call our valences or false identity pictures. Pictures that say, hey, this is who you are, but it's actually really not who you are. And we're waking up to these images. And really we have a collage of these type of pictures or images. And it serves as a kind of shield or protection for our spiritual hearts. And this is when we're kind of getting into an aspect of ego. But, it can be actually a relief when you discover or wake up to, oh, wait a second, even just looking at one image of, this picture, it says this is who I am, but I know this is not me at all. And so that could be a relief, like, oh, okay, wow, I'm glad I kind of awakened to that, and then, I can toss that out, let that go, so to speak. And then you're just with one image, with one false identity picture that you wake up to, you're one step closer to getting to who and what you truly are. And that's another thing I notice is that more and more people are going to be questioning, who am I really? I know when I was kind of at the beginning stages of my spiritual awakening and spiritual journey in this life, I was in my kind of early 20s, and I was going to a psychic school in Chicago, and I was in my year-long clairvoyant training. And I just remember being in my bedroom, and I was journaling a lot then, and I was just kind of writing down this question of, who am I? And trying to meditate on that. So more and more people are going to be doing this, questioning, well, who am I really? If they're waking up to, well, this is not who I am, then of course it's going to lead to this definite self-discovery process and questioning, oh, who am I really? And wanting to get to the heart of that matter. And so another thing that more and more people are going to be waking up to are their passions and what they have an affinity for or what they really love in this life. And, just becoming aware of that. I remember in my clairvoyant training, that was a huge healing and self-discovery process, but I remember seeing a lot of my dreams, whether it was in personal meditations or if it was, again, we're all mirrors, so when we learn how to do our readings, I could be reading something in someone and, relaying that information to them, but I'm also at the same time getting answers and information for myself. That's the beauty of doing our readings. Again, we're all mirrors. And through that whole process, really waking up to, wow, this is really what I love and these are my dreams. So I see that occurring for all of us kind of as humanity waking up at this level on the planet, the heart chakra level, waking up to really their passions in life. And again, just becoming aware of it is a really amazing experience, but then actually like going after that and pursuing that, whatever that might be. It could be small things or big things, combination, but that's an exciting time. Another thing here is, I kind of talked about, looking at these valences or false identity pictures, right? We're kind of becoming aware of who and what we're really not. And then you start to kind of question, well, if this is who and what I'm not really, then who am I? And so that does kind of start this whole self-discovery process of where you start to turn your attention more away from the world, so to speak, the external consciousness, and you start to turn your attention within. That's a really fun and exciting time. So I'm seeing more and more people doing that. And you can see that in recent years, just with social media. There's more spiritual podcasts and shows and There's a lot more people tuning into those type of shows and podcasts. Just it means that there's just more interest than ever before, which is awesome. So yeah, more people turning within for sure, and really that's the beginning stages of meditation. Another thing, forgiveness. This is a huge one. So more and more people are going to be healing and using forgiveness to heal. And that could be a challenging process. That can be sometimes a painful process, getting to the point of really forgiving and letting go of what you're holding on to. And sometimes we don't realize what we're holding on to is actually causing us more and more suffering. So we're recognizing that and deciding to forgive and let go of what we're holding on to. We're not benefiting from it. It's not serving us in really any way that's positive, at least. And so we forgive and we heal, and perhaps that leads to greater sense of being more happy or alive or free. That sense of freedom that we're all really seeking, right? I think more and more people are just going to be relaxing, which is kind of nice, right? Just that simple act of, oh, I'm just going to relax. So more and more people will be relaxing. Another cool image that I kind of saw when prepping for this video was it was an image of someone with those defibrillators, they use to kind of bring people back to life, but they're putting it on their chest and trying to, essentially wake themselves up and really kickstart their heart, and kind of move to a sense of feeling alive, that aliveness. So again, we just said, forgiving yourself can lead to feeling more happy and free and alive. So that's a part of it. But yeah, learning, kind of looking at, oh, okay, I'm trying to wake myself up at this level and kickstart that, not the physical heart, obviously, it's their spiritual heart. Wake that up and kind of get more in touch with the energy that is always there. That sense of aliveness is always within us. It just gets covered up, right? And this is covered up in some of the lower emotions and pain. That's what kind of comes up that we're working on healing from and letting go, kind of through that act of forgiving. And what covers all of that up is that collage of images, that aspect of ego, that these false identity and valence type pictures. So we're waking up at this heart chakra feeling level, and usually the things that you tend to pursue, that you have great affinity for and really are passionate about and love. When you do those things, it brings about this energy within you that's always there, that sense of aliveness. And sometimes that you have to work through a little bit of fear. Sometimes maybe certain things that you love are very easy to just experience or do or whatever it might be. And some other things you might go, wow, that looks awesome. But that's kind of scary. It's kind of like, some people are all about, they have a great affinity for jumping out of planes. Maybe, like look at an instructor. They probably jump out of planes many times on a daily basis, but they feel really alive when they do that. And maybe, in the beginning there was some fear to get over. And that can serve as a metaphor for other people and the different things that they really love. It doesn't have to be this kind of, extreme thing like jumping out of planes. But whatever it is, sometimes there's some fear to work through. And I just did a video on, what's on the other side of fear. And perhaps on another aspect of that is your affinity, your passion, you feeling alive. Because sometimes our fear can really keep us in a place where we don't feel alive. Hence me seeing that image of, the image of someone trying to put their defibrillators on their chest and kind of wake themselves back up. We want to feel kind of that inner energy, that aliveness, because we feel like we're more present, as opposed to we're just kind of zombies walking around, kind of just trying to get through the day and survive the day. And oh God, here's the end of the day, and then now I got to sleep and wake back up and do it all over again. This seems kind of dreadful. And we're waking up to that. We're going, something's wrong with this. This doesn't quite seem right. This doesn't seem really fulfilling. And so I think more and more of us are waking up to that. And so there's going to be challenging times throughout this awakening process at this heart chakra level, but at the same time, it looks really rewarding and really exciting.